Welcome back again. Man United are reportedly concerned they could miss out on next season's Champions League amid a poor start to the season. The Red Devils are already 7 points behind fourth place, with qualification important for financial reasons. However, they could be helped if the Premier League is awarded a fifth Champions League spot this term. Meanwhile, Man United have battled through an injury crisis this season, with several players all be sidelined at some point. A club investigation carried out by doctors and new head of sport medicine Gary O'Driscoll has been launched to identify why injury has plagued the squad so much. Meanwhile, ESPN claimed that there has been speculation around the club that Erik ten Hag's brutal training sessions could be causing the injuries and fatigue. But Man United are hopeful that two key players will return from injury in the coming weeks, according to reports. Casemiro is supposedly nearing a return after suffering an ankle problem while with Brazil earlier this month. He has not played in United's last 3 matches. Additionally, there is belief that Aaron Wan-Bissaka will be back before the next international break, which covers the weekend of November 18th and 19th. Again and again, Man United Chiefs are not ready to sack Erik ten Hag, despite the team's disastrous start to the season. ESPN claim there is belief he can turn results around with United 8th in the table and in danger of not making it through to the Champions League knockout stages. Elsewhere, Man United winger Antony was fortunate to not be sent off for his kickout at Man City's Jeremy Doku, claims ex-Premier League referee Jeff Winter. He told Betway, "Antony can consider himself very fortunate that he didn't get a red card. I think his body language showed that he didn't want to be on the pitch, and his petulance came out. The thing that probably saved him was that Doku was able to ride the attempted kick. It wasn't a tackle, it was a kick. It's very borderline, but the petulance is terrible. If it had provoked a mass confrontation situation, then a referee would have probably give him the red card." Meanwhile, 2 Man United stars celebrate their birthday on Halloween. Marcus Rashford turns 26 today, and iconic fullback Dennis Irwin is 58 years old. The Old Trafford great played 529 times for the club and won 7 Premier League titles and the Champions League in 1999 as part of the famous treble-winning squad, again and again. Bruno Fernandes's captaincy at Manchester United is being questioned for good reason. Fernandes is by no means a poor choice, but in the past, Man United have had far better options, and a lack of potential alternatives is concerning. There have been 6 new Manchester United captains since Sir Alex Ferguson's retirement, and none of them have lasted more than 3 seasons. The first 4 had a common theme: Wayne Rooney, Michael Carrick, Antonio Valencia, and Ashley Young were heading towards the end of their stays, and perhaps careers. The latter 3 failed to lift a trophy with Harry Maguire, ending the 6-season wait in February during the League Cup final at Wembley. But he is already out of the job, and Bruno Fernandes has taken on the honor full-time after effectively performing the role last season with Maguire benched for most of it. But 4 months after being bestowed the honor, a former skipper wants him stripped of the role. What I saw today with him again, and I know we have discussed this many times before, was him whinging, moaning, throwing his arms up in the air, and it really isn't acceptable. And after what we saw today, I would take it off him, said Roy Keane, after Sunday's 3-0 loss to Manchester City. Fernandes is a brilliant footballer. In terms of captain material, he is the opposite of what I would want in a captain. Ouch. Rio Ferdinand, who captained United in the 2008 Champions League final, has hit back, calling Keane's stance crazy. This is emblematic of the discord surrounding United at the moment. As Ferdinand went on to suggest, stripping Fernandes of the armband would be nonsensical. However, it does not mean the question surrounding the captaincy is invalid. Rooney was a worthy skipper, but one who led more by actions than his voice. Perhaps United have not had a leader who has been both vocally and practically authoritative since Nemanja Vidic, the last captain appointed by Sir Alex. Fernandes speaks well, leads by example with his feet and is an instructor, but appears to look temperamental in his mannerisms when under the cosh on the pitch. He insists it is just his passion to do well, and that's fine. The problem is, his actions can sometimes indicate he struggles to contain those emotions. Putting an arm on an official in last season's 7-0 loss to Liverpool brought him a lot of heat, and he was hardly exemplary in the final moments of Sunday's defeat to City. The skipper hurtled into a number of challenges before mouthing off at the referee for his yellow card. This was hardly a criticism leveled at Keane when he wore the armband, but quite obviously there is no comparison when it comes to leadership and success. The current issue actually lies away from Fernandes. There is no question he is the best player to bear the armband, because, quite frankly, there is no better choice. Across town, City have a core leadership group made up of 5 players who are all captain material. United teams in years gone by had entire 11 who could have worn the armband. This is no longer the case, and it is costing the club. Who will step up when the going gets tough? Who will put their head above the parapet when the bullets are firing? Who can Fernandes fall back on when he is having a rough time? Casemiro is the natural answer, but how long he will be at United is questionable given his age of 31. Probably not beyond 3 more seasons. Rafael Varane, too, is 30, and injuries are hampering his time on the pitch. Lisandro Martinez could be a future helper, but looks quite raw both in performance and leadership. His passion cannot be denied, though. The question over the captaincy is actually a deeper concern about a lack of long-term leaders at the club, again and again. Perhaps this is the most pressure Erik ten Hag has been under since his appointment at Manchester United. The Dutchman started his tenure poorly last season only to come good with cup success, but the stuttering start to the new campaign has lasted more than 2 months with little sign of a change of the tide. Newcastle United are up in the Carabao Cup next. The Magpies defeated Manchester City in the last round, a team who outclassed United on Sunday. They are yet to be beaten in 6 Premier League games and will be eager to avenge February's League Cup final defeat. Kobbie Mainoo returned to the matchday squad after suffering a pre-season injury, news that will encourage United fans. Rafael Varane was benched for tactical reasons on Sunday and is expected to return against Newcastle. Supporters will hope Casemiro has returned from his ankle knock in time for kickoff, having not played for United since the 2-1 win over Brentford. Meanwhile, United are seriously considering a move for Chelsea defender Trevoh Chalobah, according to a report by Team Talk. United plan to strengthen their center-back options in 2024, and Chalobah, 24, has reportedly been earmarked as a target. The former Ipswich Town loanee is also reportedly attracting interest from Bayern Munich and Borussia Dortmund. The report claims he would prefer to stay in the Premier League.